is a database that is covered in Japanese. You just have to then go and Google translate it. And they do have a tier list for this as well. And they also have the information for each character if you're interested in seeing it. So we won't be wasting any of your time. This is the tier list. As you can see, Chito-se is sitting comfortably at the top. She is an SS tier character. She is the strongest character, the character that you should be aiming for. If you are rerolling, that's who you should be going for. She is a really strong character. She has, I'd say, mid-range damage, as opposed to a Nanoha who has very long-range character damage. She has long-range damage. Nanoha, she can deal with enemies from afar, which is really nice. And then there's Grey, who is more of a close-range unit. So if you are choosing a unit, it's up to you to choose. I assume you're going to be choosing a damage dealer between the top 3. So Chito-se, assuming you get her, you then will choose one of the other 2 with your other selector. So that's up to you whether you like close range damage, then you go for Gary. I know it's written Grey there, but that name is the Japanese name. We have our own localized name, and for us it's Gary. And then you can go for Nanoha for long range if you prefer long range. And then in the A tier we have Nazuna, Minerva, Chishia for us, Mystique, and Freesia. Nazuna is really good. She's a healer, one of the few healers we have. She's really good, and once you get into the harder content as time goes, you might find that you need a healer. I like Minerva. I like her bat. She's a versatile unit, not straight damage, not straight support, a great versatile unit and a good pull, as you can see in the A tier. And then there's Chishia. Chishia really works well as a support from what I've seen. I have a Chishia and I've been using her as a support. She has great skills for an off-fielder, which is really nice. And then there's Mystique. I don't know much about Mystique. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know much. Freesia was never going to find love. If Chito-se didn't exist, Freesia would then be closer because she has less range. She's a close ranger, kind of like Grey. She has less range than Chito-se and deals less damage than Chito-se. So that kind of sends her down, but then she is one of the best teammates for Chito-se. So there's that. And then after that, you'll find everyone else. I say everyone else because that's mostly the 4-stars of the game. You got your Caramel, Cosette, Teresa. Caramel, I hadn't included her in my previous tier list, so I've got her here. And then there's some general supports like Flora. Flora buffs attack for everyone, so she can sort of fit into any team, for an example. That's one teammate that I'll be using for most teams because I don't have a strong team. Like, for example, I have Chito-se, and then I have Iris. I need another support there. I'm going to be putting in Flora because she buffs the attack. So because I don't have such, I now know that, okay, I need generalist supports. Like, for example, Nazuna, she heals. I'm sure you can use her in any of the teams before you get that 3rd slot character. But that is it for the tier list. It looks good. For an example, NS for us is N, but the name changes really don't matter. That is the tier list, and that is how it is looking. So you know your goal, Chito-se, Nanoha, or Grey, and then in the A tier you can go for whoever you like based on who you love. So that really is up to the person based on what they love and what they want. This one will be a quick one. The database, I will be attaching it as a screenshot underneath for people who want to access it, who want to be able to see the changes themselves. It is the only current active database that we have for the game Stella Sora, so I figured most people will want it. I will be attaching its link below. That's it for now, guys. I will be streaming later on during the day. This will probably go on, I'll probably be streaming in like 3 hours from the time this video is posted. So I'll see you then. Cheers.